Good evening. Welcome to today's class. Thank you very much for making time to attend. Right, today we are going to be discussing about regular expressions. So far, as we discussed last time, we say that we have done about 30% of the exam. So we're going to do regular expressions that will make it about 40% of the examinable material. Right, so recursive definition set up pretty well in the sense that we are able to give a holistic or a robust definition of any language that we want to be able to define. And so far, we've been able to define languages with words, right? We've been able to define languages with words, right? We've been able to define languages using the recursive definition, right? So we can say language of all even letter words, Right, we want to introduce another way of defining these languages, and we call that regular expressions. So regular expressions can be shortened to say RE. This can be defined, right, as the rules for forming words in a language, Words in a language. Right. So in a language. Right. So if we've got these rules for forming words in a language, how do they look like? Right. Let's look at this definition. Right. The set of regular expressions is defined by the following rules. So we're going to give a recursive definition for regular expressions. Right. Every letter of the alphabet can be made into a regular expression by writing it in boldface. Right. So firstly, we say all the letters of the input alphabet are themselves regular expressions. Right. Now is also a regular expression. So if you are given the alphabet A, B, right, the first regular expressions that you have, you've got now, you've got A, and you've got B. Right. So these are the three regular expressions that you have at bare minimum. Then rule 2 now, let's look at how other regular expressions or the remainder of regular expressions are formed. Right, we say if R1 and R2 are regular expressions, then so are R1 in brackets is a regular expression. That is pretty easy to understand. R1, R2, so we're saying the concatenation of two regular expressions is also a regular expression. And we also have R1 or R2, the union of two regular expressions is also a regular expression, and R1 clean closure. So R1 clean closure or clean closure meaning you can have, it becomes a set which includes now, and you can have R1, and you can have R1, you can have R1, right? So it's 0 or more of these. So you pick from R1, and R1 as you so wish. Right, so we use these rules to generate other regular expressions. So for example, if we wanted to generate the language of all words, or all even letter words, Oh, sorry, and rule number 3 says nothing else is a regular expression. All even letter words, what we'll do is the following, right? We know that even letter words, when we did the recursive definition, we said now was the generator, okay? Then after now, we concatenated W with AA, BB, AB, and BA on both sides, right? So after now, if we do this, if we've got AA, if A is a letter of the alphabet, then A is a regular expression, AA is also a regular expression, BB is a regular expression, AB is a regular expression, using the second part concatenating two regular expressions. Right now, what do? We then we can do the following. We can say AA, O, BB, O, BA, O, AB. These are also regular expressions, right? And then we can also do the following. You can put a clean closure over here. If you put a clean closure over here, what does it mean? It now means we have let me write it down here, AA or AB or BA or BB. So it now means that we have if we put a clean closure, we have a set that starts with now, right? Or if this is now our R1, we can have R1, which means pick from the bracket R1. So picking from the bracket R1, right, is as follows. You pick only one option. This is an exclusive OR, right? So it's A. If you choose AA on this round, then you've worked on this bracket. So you could choose AA, or you could choose AB, or you could choose BA, or you could choose BB, right? Or you could take AA, right? If you do R1, so the first go at R1, you choose AA. The second go, it's not mandatory, choose AA again. You can choose any of the elements inside of R1. So you can choose ABA, or you can choose AAAA, you can choose AABB, you can choose AAAB, right? And you are not unlimited, choose AA, you can choose ABBB, ABAA, whatever you can do to concatenate. So what you realize is all these concatenations are in fact giving you even letter words. So there is no science exactly to how you give the regular expression of the language, but there is some need for some intelligence of sorts to check that, look, if I concatenate it with an A, right, is it going to remain even? Is it going to describe only those words that are in the language? Or am I going to be in trouble somewhere by introducing a word that is not supposed to be in the language? Or I'm going to leave out a word that is supposed to be in the language? Right. So our regular expression can be wrong one of two ways. Number one, it includes a word or it generates a word that is not supposed to be in the language. Or number two, it omits a word that is supposed to be in the language. Then it becomes wrong. So in a set that could potentially be having million words, if you miss one, then your regular expression could be wrong. If you add one additional, then your regular expression will be wrong. All right, let's look at some regular expressions. So some of these questions are coming from assignment 2. So here they say construct a regular expression that defines the language M. So stop me when you feel that I'm moving too fast or there's something that I've done that you don't understand. Construct a regular expression that defines the language M, say containing all words with either exactly one single A substring or all words with only AB substrings. So either one single A substring, so we need all words with either single A substring okay, or all words with only AB substrings. Only AB substrings. Right. So they go on and say words such as AA, AAB, AAB, or now do not belong to M. Why does AA not belong to M? It does not have a single, it has got a double A substring, and it does not have an AB substring, right? The ones that have got, so all those that have got double A substrings are out, and the other, if it doesn't have a double A substring, it will have only AB substring. So you have AB, 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 AB. So an O will turn into a plus here, and we have one regular expression and one regular expression there. Single A substring, if you're only going to have a single A substring, it means to say if the moment you have an A, you're supposed to have a B afterwards, right? The moment you have an A, you're supposed to have a B afterwards, and then you can have something like that. So initially, or firstly, when you're doing these regular expressions, right? So let me start there. We need to take care of the smallest words. Why? because usually the smallest weights are not catered for inside the bulk of the regular expressions that we create. So what we do is we cater for the smallest weight. What is the smallest weight? So the smallest weight is A, right? A contains an A single A substring, right? B is not permitted, right? So we need A to be allowed in our regular expression, right? So A is allowed, or we can have AB is allowed as well, okay? Then now, or for the remainder of the other weights, right? Say if it starts with an BA is also allowed, right? So if you start with a B, you can have an A substring, right? And then you can now have BA, or whatever, or B's inside it. So there's one thing as well that I did not mention here, right? Words with exactly one single A substring. So when they say exactly one single A substring, we're saying the word should have only one A in it. Exactly one single A substring. So we need only one A in it. Right? So it can have a lot of B's as you want, as long as you have a single A in it. Then it's a word that is acceptable. Or it consists only of AB substrings. You have AB clean star. Right. But we need to be careful on how we introduce them. I want you to pay careful attention here. Right. So this first one allows for A, it allows for AB, it allows for BA. Okay, that is fine. This second one allows for now, which is not acceptable. Right. So, but earlier on we represented this cousin for the clean closure, which we call the plus closure, and we say the plus closure behaves in this manner. So if you put the plus closure, it takes away now from the set. It takes away now from the set, and the smallest element that you have is AB in there. So words that have got only one A substring, or they have got AB substring. So this will be the regular expression for the suggested language. Right, please note you can also write AB plus is AB clean star. All right, any questions? Okay, next one. Construct a regular expression that defines the language L containing all words with either exactly one ABA substring or exactly one BAB substring. So exactly one ABA substring or exactly one BAB substring, but not both ABA and BAB substring. You can either have exactly one ABA or exactly one BAB substring. And words such as BABA are not allowed because you have ABA substring and you've got a BAB substring, right? So if you are going to do that, again, you're going to have a split that end, that words that are accepted J and words that are accepted A. On this side, words that have got only one ABA substring, so you need an ABA, right, in each and every one of in one of the words, and this is never to be repeated again, right? So after this, you cannot have a B, so you need to have an A, right? If you have something, then you would need to have an A, and then you can have a B, right? So you can have an A, B over there, or you could have an A over there, right? Or you could simply have an A, okay? So that's, let's put this like this for now. Then over this side, we cannot have a B, so we can have an A over here, or we can have a B A over there, right? So the danger now is if we were to put, say, for example, a clean star here, we'll be in trouble, because now if we repeat this, we are saying we can have BA, which is now this what we do not want. So we have to be super careful there. How do we go about it without upsetting this balance? Right. So if we have an A, so let's put this down. If we have got an A afterwards, we are going to have a mandatory A. If we are going to have this bracket, right, it has an A afterwards, and over here we are going to have N, we can have B, A, like that, right? So it could be that we have B, or we have got a BA, right? So what does that do? It says that if we have got an A, ABA, we're going to have a mandatory A. If we choose to go this path, then we have to choose B, or we have to choose BA. Then after that, if we choose to repeat this again, we are going to have an A, right, which is now in violation of that. We now have two ABAs, or we have an A, and then we will have a B, or a B, A, B, A, right? So we want to avoid this violation. What can we then do to edify to this regular expression so that it works, right? So at this point, right, once we do it once, if we go through this pass, we can go through this pass. So let me do it this way. We say ABA, A, so we can have B or BA, or now, right? After this one, you could choose to use this. Our loop that we're going to have, does not allow for, because the danger now is, as we saw, another ABA. So we have got A, and then we have got B, and then we've got BA. So at this point, we are now only going to have A plus B. That is the only thing that is going to go there. Or it is going to be, if we now have BA, right, we cannot have another B. So we can simply have double A's and a B there. So we are simply going to have A, B, or BA, or now, then we're going to have A plus B, or A plus, like that. Right? So we're going to have A plus B, right? So let's keep it A plus B like this. So that is, you can either repeat this, or we can simply end with an, we can simply end with we can simply end with an A, and then we stop here. Right. So let's put this on a new page so that we see what we've done. So on this side, we said we've got A, B, A, right? If we've got, what can we concatenate with here? We can concatenate with, if it ends with an A, we can concatenate with, we cannot put a B, so we can concatenate with an A. This is that A. Then we said after this A, we can have a bunch of B's, right? So we have A, B, right? Or we can have BA. We could have BA, so we'd have A, BA, right? So let's rather not put this BA, sorry. Let's rather have a B, right? Then these B's can go on. So what I'm just trying to do is I'm saying A, you can have as many B's as you want, even if you then have another A. That is too fine. So if we wanted to shorten it, we can say we can concatenate with the AB, or simply A, B plus, right? So we can simply concatenate it with this. So if we have A, B plus, so rather let's do A, B plus, or B plus, right? So we can have then A, B, whatever number of B's that you want to have, or we can have we can have only B's after that A, right? So we still need this A, that mandatory A that we have. So once we have this, we are simply shortening it. Whatever we had here, we can only have B's. Our word can end with an A, right? If we put the clean closure here and we've got A, B, A, right? So I'm just gonna come and show you what I did here. There we go. So what you realize is this is the first part and this is the second part. So if you've got A, B, A over here, okay, on there you can concatenate with A, B so that you do not have that, or you can concatenate with an A, or you can leave it as it is. If you leave it as it is, you can also concatenate it with A plus, so which means more than one A, and you can have an AB, or you can concatenate with an A, right? So that becomes that, because you do not want to have a situation where you have an ABA or a BAB. And then on this side as well, you're going to have the sort of opposite of that. You can put A's towards this A, but not B's close to this A, right? Again, BA or A, or now BAA plus or A, right? So, and here we have the same thing. We've got BAB. You do not want to have an A soon after that B, so we have a mandatory B or A. Or if you choose O, you can have multiple B's or A, or simply a lot of B's. Right. So that's that. You can then check this on many ways that you can find and see whether or not it will work for you, or it will not work for you. But with the trials that I've done so far, it shows that it will work on multiple of them, on all the ways. Right? It will not generate in a BAB, ABA, or two BAB substrates in a single way. Right. So let's look at another one. Construct a regular expression that defines the language L containing all words where the BB substring occurs at most once. So at most once means the maximum number of times you can have a BB is 1. So you can have it 0 times or 1 time. So if you do not want to have a BB substring, we are saying you can have an A or a B, okay? That is fine. Or now is accepted as well. You have now or A or BB or B, sorry. Or you can have A, B or B, A, right? A, B or B, A. So you can have multiple A, B substrings, right? What you cannot have is A, B, B, A. So you do not want to interchange these AAs and BBs, right? And you can also have AA, right? So these, okay, you have 1 letter words, you have 2 letter words, right? You now need 3 letter words or 4 letter words that do not contain that. So if you want to have 3 letter words, so we could simply have these can become A plus B, right? And this could be B plus let's do this. AA, right? We could have a clean star. So because we don't want to make it even only, so let's just have a clean star over there. So this says we do AB or multiple A's and a B, multiple A's and a B, or A's only, right? This prevents us to having how do I put it? A BB substring. Or if we start with a B, so we want to be able to differentiate these two. If you start with a B, so rather we need to put this before. If you start with a B, you can have an A plus, right? Or A's, right? So we can do that followed by that, because sometimes you want the words to end with the B as well. So we could just concatenate the following. So this is what we're going to do. We've got A or B or B, A plus or A. You can have this repeated. Then we can have A plus B or A. Clean star over there. So this part takes care of the now part. Or if you have 1 BB, so you have 1 BB, right? What you're not allowed to have is any other BBs. So you do the following. After this B, you cannot have another B. So you are going to, if you're going to concatenate with something, it's going to start with an A, right? So it could be an A or it could be an A followed by a B, right? So we cannot have a BB substring. And then at the beginning, we're going to do the same. We cannot have a BB, so it would be BA or A, like that. So that takes care of the 1 BB and the no BBs. Yeah. So another way maybe to have written this part would be to say A. Let me see if it will work. A star B, A star. But then this could generate BB. So let's leave it like that. So let's rather leave it the way it is. So what I was trying to do here is to show that there's always a unique way of writing it. So the way you write it and the way the next person writes your regular expression might be a little bit different. Right. Then let's look at another one. Give a possible regular expression that generates the language L consisting of all words in which all words either contain. So if you're given it like this, it needs to satisfy all these three conditions. Either contain no AAs at all, so that would be B clean star, or when they are A's, they occupy clumps of three or more A's, so we have A plus, right? So it's B clean star, right? If they're A's. And when they're A's, they okay even number of such clumps. So we're going to have another clump like that. So we can have B clean star like this. Right. So here we need a mandatory B to make sure that we've got even. Right. We need a mandatory B in between these two. So that becomes the regular expression for this language. Right. Then next one, construct a regular expression that defines the language L containing always beginning with exactly double A or double B. Always beginning double A or double B. That is, L contains always that start with only two A's or two B's. Words in L are at least length 2 and blah 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 do not belong to L. So after we have got BB, we can generate anything, and the substring or the regular expression to say generate anything is this. So when you want to generate any substring, the regular expression is A or B clean star. So that becomes the regular expression. So this is A or B clean star. So A clean star. Right, let's look at these types of questions now. So this is assignment 1 now. Which one of the following regular expressions defines a language equivalent to the language defined by A or B clean star? Right, if we've got this multiple choice, if you go into the textbook, you see that A star, B star, clean star is equivalent to saying A or B clean star. Right, you can do this by reading the notes, but what you can also do is you can try and find a way that is generated by this one but not by this one. Say for this one, B cannot be generated by that one. Right? Always B can be generated here. Here we've got A cannot be generated by this one. You have A, B. If you generate something, if you go into this bracket, you're going to have A, B. If you have this one, right, A cannot be generated by this one. So this one will be the answer that we're looking for. It can generate anything. But also we've got the high knowledge that we've got that in the notes. Right. Which one of the following regular expressions generates a language equivalent to the language generated by A, B, or BA? Right, A, B, or BA. So if you look at this one, we've got, in the first instance, they said A or B, clean star. So we said A, clean star, B, clean star, and then we did clean star. Here we can do the same thing, A, B, or BA. We have A, B, clean star, BA, clean star, clean star. So this one generates A, this does not generate A. This one generates always ending with a BA, ending BA, not always, but the words here end with a BA, not necessarily true here. ABBA, this one cannot generate AB, right? So the correct solution is option 2. Then next, we go, which one of the following regular expressions define the language of all strings that end on an A or an A triple B substring? Right, so that end on an A or an A triple B substring. So A or B, anything is fine at the top, and then you have got an A, or it ends with a A or triple B substring. So of all that ends on an A or A triple B substring. Okay. If we look at this, we have got it ends on an A or it ends on a triple B, right? So in this case, B is accepted. So it doesn't end on an A, it doesn't end on an A triple B. And then over here, if you look at part C, you have got an A that is mandatory, or you could end up with an A B substring, right? So you need to change the answer to this one, right? So it either ends on an A, or if you ends on a triple B, it first needs to have an A. So the correct solution would be option 3 there. So just make sure you take note of that. Then if you look at option 2, A or B, clean star, we've got A. So there's a mandatory A, there's a mandatory B, but it says you can end with anything. You can end with an A or an AB, which is not the case. So this is wrong, this is wrong. This number 4 and number 1 are equivalent. Right? Number 4 and number 1 are equivalent. They say the same thing, which is not correct as well. So the correct option here is number 3. Then let's look at this one as well. Which one of the following words cannot be generated by the regular expression B or A clean star, A, B or B and B? So all the words in this language end with a B, all right? Then we need to start with an A or a B, we can do that. What we cannot do, however, is end with a triple B here, right? It's either ABB or BAB. You cannot end with a triple B. So option 1 cannot be generated, right? You can try the other ones. We've got from the end, we end with a B, yes, of course. We've got a BA, we've got a BA, so this caters for that. And then we have got in anything from there. And then we've got B, BA, and anything from there. Then we've got B, AB, and anything from there. So this is the only way that cannot be generated by the regular expression. Right. Which one of the following regular expressions generate a language equivalent to the language generated by the regular expression? So we've got that regular expression. We want to find where it has got difference with others except for the one. If you look at option 1, they look almost similar. It's BA, BAB, okay? A or B clean star, then this one is good BA or BA, right? This one is good BA or anything. So what does this mean? It means here you can have BAB being accepted, right? But can you have BAB being accepted here? Definitely not from this part, right? Because all the words in this language start with a double A. They start with a double A, but this, because it is not in any bracket, you can start with a BA. So all words that do not start with a double A are out. So let's look at this one. This says anything of BA. So this is out because BA is accepted. It does not start with a double A. Then let's come to this one. We've got this bracket over here ending there, and we've got OBA, which is wrong as well. It means BA is accepted. Right, here we start with the double A, and then we've got this AB. We've put this inside. Remember, this and that are equivalent, and then this and that are equivalent. So we've distributed this A or B clean star into this individual OBA. So this one is the correct representation of the regular expression. So there's a raised hand here. Okay, you can go, Tabo.
I mean, on that answer, yes, I see, but don't you think they made a mistake to see the closing bracket number 2?
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
The closing bracket number 2 is not opened there. I don't know, maybe there is a typo or what.
Which one?
The same number 2. The closing bracket, the number 2, yeah, that's one.
It is open.
No, the number 2, the closing bracket number 2. on the B.
This one.
Can you see the closing? No, towards your left.
So let me just pick a pointer. The one to my left, this one?
Yeah. I don't know, is it closed? Is it opened somewhere there?
I see what you mean. I don't see it being opened as well. So this open, close, and then we've got close without another open. I see what you mean. Look, we'll need to check. So if you've got the just try and contact the lecturer and find out if there's a typo there. But I also had not seen that. That would be the only logical answer anyway. The others would fall out completely. But then if it is like this, then there is no solution for it. Right. So yeah. Nice one noticing that. But so my advice, just send an email to the lecturer, ask if there's supposed to be a bracket somewhere, or it is. All right. Thank you for that. Now, let's look at one last question. Construct a regular expression that defines the language L containing all words with at least one AAB substring. So when they say at least, we need one AAB substring. Okay. You can have anything after that or before that, as long as you have a confirmed AAB substring, or all words with at least one BA substring. So you can have anything after that, or A or B, clean star, like that. Another way to rewrite this would be to say A or B, clean star, AAB or BA. Then we have got A or B, clean star. All right. So I think we've done plenty of questions on regular expressions, right? We've done over, I think, 15 questions. So it's now up to you to go and do a lot of these questions and send them as well. So if you have tried a couple, send them and see how you're doing. Because I promise you, this is not, or this is going to be one of those things where you require practice, okay? So the more you have these substreams at your fingertips, the easier it is going to be for you to get it right. Right. So yes, you can just rock up into the exam and sit and attempt it, but it can either waste a lot of your time and you still don't get it right, or you get it wrong flat out. Right? So even if you get it right, you'd have wasted a lot of your time. So you need to have these small regular expressions that you know that build up to bigger regular expressions ready in your fingertips. So go and try a lot of these. So you can go into any past paper, you can go into any assignment, previous assignment, pick any question, then attempt it, and then send it by email so that we can review it together. Right. So that's it from me tonight. Any other questions from your side that you want us to look at? Right. If there are no other questions, then thank you very much for attending. Please note, check your timetable. I've updated it from Monday. We will now be starting at 6:30. Right. We will now be starting at 6:30. Right. So just communicate if that will be an inconvenience or so, because we felt that if we had another slot open, why not push it back so that we don't use the midnight slot that we're using currently. All right, thank you very much for attending. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.